Hello and welcome to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Justin Walsh.
And I'm Devin Giacomini.
"19 people on a cruise reported to have flu-like illness when they reached their Southern California destination. The Los Angeles Fire Department was called early Sunday to see the patients from the Norwegian cruise line ship. Authorities say that the patients declined to be taken to a hospital after being evaluated. The ship released a statement that said strict sanitation measures were taken after the passengers became ill.
A shooter injured 10 people early yesterday morning near the French Quarter of New Orleans. 2 of the injured are in critical condition and being treated at local hospitals. New Orleans police have detained one suspect but have not charged him. They were found near the scene and are being questioned with the involvement in the shooting.
A woman was arrested for firing a gun in Shelbyville, Kentucky at drive-thru Kentucky Fried Chicken window. On Tuesday, Georgia police officers arrested the woman who had an outstanding warrant for the Kentucky shooting. Police say she fired at the workers when she realized she did not have napkins and a fork. She reportedly shot her handgun at the window and drove off. No one was injured in the incident.
An evacuation affecting over 50,000 Texans has been lifted over the weekend. A chemical plant fire in southeastern Texas threatened residents' health. The plant suffered twin explosions that firefighters have worked to contain after 48 hours of burning. The firefighters report that the fires are not completely extinguished but are now under control. After the break, we will have your latest South Carolina news.
And in South Carolina state news, 2 South Carolina inmates received additional life sentences on top of the ones they already had. The 2 prisoners were given 4 more life sentences for the killings of 4 prisoners in 2017. Their original hope was to end up on death row for the crimes, but did not receive that punishment. The families of the murdered inmates did not want the 2 prisoners to get the death penalty, which they believe was the motive for the murders.
The former senator for the upstate, Ralph Anderson, died at the age of 92. Greenville County Coroner Kent Dill said Anderson passed away from natural causes on Saturday afternoon. Anderson represented the 7th District of Greenville for 16 years and House District for 23 for 5 years. During his time in office, he championed for education improvements.
And for your local news, a man in Columbia was arrested and charged in a shooting on Saturday night. Columbia police arrested 23-year-old Janelle Burton for armed robbery, possession of the weapon, and unlawful carrying. Police believe that Burton was meeting with a man and a woman to purchase sneakers before the incident. Burton pulled a gun out instead of buying the shoes, shooting the man. The injuries were non-life-threatening, and he was taken to a local hospital.
Balloons popping led to a gunshot scare at Columbiana Mall on Saturday. People were posting on social media by shoppers about the possibility of gunshots on Saturday night. Columbia police were called by one shopper to investigate the noise. CPD say the balloons popping were the source of the noise, but shoppers did the right thing by calling. When we come back, we'll have your latest weather report. Hi, welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. We're joined with our meteorologist, Bryce Glenn.
All right, Bryce, we're inching toward, we're now in December. I'm assuming it's going to get colder. What can you tell us what we can expect this week?
Well, this week we're going to have some pretty average temperatures. However, we will get a little bit of a cool down near the end of the week. And you can see here, we're going to have a pretty sunny week as well. Only a little bit of rain possible on Friday. We're going to have some fairly cool days ahead as well as that, with some consistent highs right around mid-50s and 60s and a very nice week in general ahead. Today in Carolina, we had highs of around 50 degrees pretty much everywhere. 52 in Greenville, 51 in Rock Hill, and 52 in Greenwood. Come down here to Florence, we were at 56, 55 in Columbia, and 54 in Aiken. 54 in Sumter as well. In Orangeburg, we were 55. Along the coast here, right along the mid-50s or mid-54 in Myrtle Beach, 56 in Charleston, and 56 as well in Hilton Head. Right now in Columbia, we're sitting right at 47 degrees. It feels like 38 degrees due to that northwest wind of about 7 miles per hour cooling us down there. We also have a very dry night out there at 47% humidity. Pretty clear and cool at 7:12 p.m. Our sunset today was right at 5:14 p.m. For the weather this week, As you can see, we're looking at a pretty sunny day tomorrow, much like today at 54 degrees. Wednesday will be clear and cool as well at 59 degrees. Mostly sunny, some possible clouds jumping around there on Thursday at 62. Friday we'll have a chance of showers at 58 degrees. Saturday, sunny again at 55, and then 57 on Monday.
You know, I was back in Jersey this past week with the highs of like 30 every day, so I'm not complaining. If this is as cold as it's going to get in December,
sure.
I'm all good with it.
Great, thanks Bryce. And when we get back, we will be back with your latest sports.
Good evening, welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Kendall Smith. The South Carolina Gamecocks capped off their football season on Saturday afternoon with a 38-3 loss against their in-state rivals, the Clemson Tigers. The Gamecocks failed to score a touchdown for the second game in a row, and with 11 offensive drives, the Gamecocks went 3 and out on 7 of them. USC only had 174 total yards on offense, while Clemson racked up 527. Clemson has now beat Carolina for 6 straight matchups. The Tigers will most likely be heading to the 2019 college football playoff, while the Gamecocks will head back to the drawing board for the 2020 season. After the game, head coach Will Muschamp made adjustments to the coaching staff by letting go of quarterbacks coach Dan Warner and the head strength and conditioning coach Jeff Dillman. He also demoted offensive coordinator Brian McClendon, and it was announced that Jake Bentley will be transferring out of USC for his final year of eligibility. In brighter news for South Carolina Gamecock fans, despite their 71-57 loss to the number 17 ranked Indiana Hoosiers in the 2019 Paradise Jam, the USC women's basketball team rallied to take the victory over their next opponent, the reigning national champions and number 2 ranked Baylor Bears, in a dominant fashion with the final score of 74-59. The Lady Gamecocks will play on the road on Saturday, December 7th at Temple, and will return to Colonial Life Arena on December 15th to take on Purdue with tip-off set for 2 p.m. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Sports on Monday Night Mashup. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thank you all for watching tonight's show.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4.
Tune in to Monday Night Mashup every Monday night at 7. For SGTV News 4, I'm Kendall Smith.
I'm Bryce Glenn.
I'm Devin Giacomini.
And I'm Justin Walsh. Have a great week, Carolina. Forever to thee.